Good evening and welcome to this training call. This training call is really important because it is such a foundational part of getting the lights on, switching the lights on in our business in LifeWave, particularly around um, making sure that your business moves from you being a consumer that is purchasing the products for your own personal use to the products being bought or being covered by the fact that you're starting to build a business, which is why for me and we always convert to 17 Rand for every dollar because that's the fixed amount that they're currently paying at in LifeWave. So when we talk about moving your business from zero to $600 a month, we're really talking about moving your business from a standing start of basically making no money to over 10,000 Rand per month. And what you want to be doing is you want to be doing this within your first within your first 30 to 60 days. And I'm going to share training with you on how to do that. And then we're going to have a short discussion. The training itself is going to take about 15 minutes. But I really want to encourage after we go off the record, because we're going to record the training component of it, but the discussion, because it is private and it's really based on the team, we're going to switch off the recording and then we're going to do a Q&A. But I'm going to pull up some slides here that I have prepared for the principles. Really, this business is a business of principles. I have intentionally also hinted at what is possible to do in 90 days with this simple method. What is possible to do within 90 days, but I want you to focus on the next 60 days. The next 60 days would have you go from the 13th of April to the 13th of May to the 13th of June. So mid to late June, within 60 days, you can really be moving your business from $0 to $600. The 90 days targets the Legacy Project conference that we're going to be having in PE, because there's a lot of public facing that is on social media content that we're going to generate from that, which is going to move people from what is this patch that you're wearing to I see there was something going on in PE and I saw other people as well. So we're talking about a doubling or an explosion of what can happen in the first 60 days. What you do, you can double that in the next 30 days. And that's the power of multiplication and duplication in the network marketing business. So I do hope you're taking notes, even though we have this recorded, but taking notes is really important. This is part of our LifeWave South Africa Road to the Legacy Project conference that we're going to be having on those dates in Gqeberha or PE, Port Elizabeth for most of us. Your number one task is to really get binary qualified. We need to start getting obsessed with getting binary qualification within the first week. What I mean by that is you've got started yourself, whether it's on the starter pack or on the core pack, but I really want us to start focusing on the core pack. The core pack is the 90 patches or the 3 sleeves, that we have. When you get started on the core pack or you upgrade to the core pack, the level of conversations you're having with people is, hey, listen, you need to get started on the core pack because here's what the core pack can do for you. You have your own patches and you can have patches to on-sell to other people and to sample out to other people. Now you have your own core pack. Quickly identify 2 to 4 people to get started on the core. 2 to 4 people to get started on the core. By the way, if you achieve half of this, you will earn your first $70, you're binary qualified, and you can now unlock the binary weekly payment, which is a cycle of $50 every time you get to 330 on your pay side and 660 on your power net. Now, teach 2 people to do the exact same. Teach those 2 people to also get binary qualified, and you start having duplication. This is a business of working with the willing and those that are ready to do the exact same thing you did. If you got started on the core pack, the 2 to 4 people, by the way, should come from a list of about 20 to 25 people, your core or your warm market list, which you do what to. You invite to our calls on Tuesdays and Thursday. You share our videos that we have, and then we get them started. As much as I respect people that don't get started in the business, I'm not really interested in that. I don't have any particular emotional reaction to someone saying no, because I'm trying to get to as many people that are saying yes. So if I have a list of 25 or 30 people, the likelihood is that I'm looking for 2 to 4 of those people who want to get started and who want to do it at the level that I'm doing it. The other thing is the 10-step system. Sihle shared it just the other day. Sihle shared it just the other day on the group. Sihle shared it just on the other day on the group on what the 10-step system is of the This Is It team. Don't just become a person that knows it, but become a promoter of this, because that's how duplication works. Okay. The second one is once you're binary qualified, apply the same effort again. So if you got binary qualified by enrolling 2 people, do the same thing. Start from zero in the mindset, and that's how you go manager. Remember, manager is 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right, getting started on core, and you are now a manager. You've earned those product introduction bonus, which is $35 times 4, and you are now a manager. Importantly, in your team that you have, remember you had enrolled 2 to 4 people, enroll another 3 to 5 people, and you now have a team of personally sponsored of up to 9 people. Identify only 20% of those people, 1 to 2 of those people who want to go manager and want to do this for the income potential, and run with them to manager. In other words, have those every 2 days, every week accountability calls. How are you doing? What help do you need? Who are you bringing onto the call on Tuesday and on Thursday? It's super, super important to do that, because once you run with a core group of leaders, you're able to duplicate your efforts much more and be held accountable, voluntarily accountable, more than you would if you're running alone. Okay. The road to director is paved with building managers. Once you are a manager, all that needs to happen is that you now enroll 1 manager on the right, 1 manager on the left. In fact, just 2 managers, and you are now a director. So again, this is on the This Is It team. The purpose of this call is not to go through this, because we've had the training on it and we'll have a discussion based on this. But realistically speaking, this business is built on the obsession with managers. If you get binary qualified, your next step is manager. Start creating a manager factory by showing people how you became binary qualified and how you went manager. And this whole compensation plan opens up for you. Remember, at the beginning, we talked about the principles that build this business. Because if you catch the principles in the business, you catch the principles of how we build in the business, those are duplicable. You're able to teach them to other people, rather than teaching people what your personality is, what you said the most, and what impressed people, how you convince them. Teach principles, and those will always duplicate. If For all those that didn't watch yesterday's training that we posted up on the group, this is such an important breakdown. At being someone who just has someone who has no rank, that is, who's binary qualified, you can earn up to $200 without being the rank of manager. All that needs to happen is that on your 1 profit leg, 330, right? 330 volume needs to come into your pay leg. Now, let me illustrate to you what 330 volume is. 330 volume is basically less than 2 core packs. Let's say you enroll 1 core pack per week and someone in your organization enrolls 1 core pack in your pay leg, you will be able to earn that $200 consistently per month. And $200 is over 3,400 rands in our compensation plan, right? It's important to note that, but let's skip just one more step and say, what do 3 cycles per week look like? Now imagine your business a month, 2 months, 3 months from now. 3 cycles is 990 business volume. If we divide that by 180, it means just 5 people getting started, not you personally enrolling 5 people per week. But remember, I said you have 2 or 3 people that you've identified doing the same thing, an average of 1 or so people getting started, products being rebought for resale, and you'd now be able to earn consistently $600 a month or $150 per week. That's just the second part of where our growth is in this business. I really want this point to stick with us, that it's so powerful what can happen in this business in 90 days. It's just so powerful what can happen in this business in 90 days if only we stick to the basics of what happened to you. How you got involved in this business, someone invited you, you got on the call, you purchased your core pack, you used the products yourself. People asked you, what is this patch on your neck, Nikki? What is this patch on your neck? What is this patch on your arm? You told them, hey, listen, it's an incredible patch. On Tuesday, we're having a call. Here's a video watch. You sold products to them. People told you they are interested because they saw it to you. Once we start doing that, 30, 60 days, we're able to, at manager level, earn $600 every single month. At the third level of that, which is right over here, okay, I want something much more, sorry about that. I want something much more brighter than this. We are drawing. At the third level, which is right over here, the 1,200, the doubling of income in network marketing is so counterintuitive because it doesn't come from you doubling your efforts. It comes from you duplicating your efforts. Because if you got to manager and you teach 1 or 2 other people to do the exact same thing that you did, your income doesn't just double, it can potentially triple as well. What you need is 2 things in network marketing, or 3 things. Consistency, to do the same thing over and over again, whether you give yourself 1 hour or 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, talking to either 3 people a day or 5 people a day, inviting them to the call, following them up. Do that consistently for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and every month identify 1 or 2 people to do that as well. You're able to, within 3 to 6 months, move from 600, 1,200 to 5,000 US dollars. I'm talking about this because I have seen it happen personally. I've seen it happen to teams, people in my teams that I've introduced in network marketing. You might say, oh, I've been involved in network marketing 10 years and I'm a fanatic at it. I've seen people with no network marketing experience come in, be teachable, be coachable, and they were able to achieve this exact same result. Okay, now let's quickly wrap it up so that we can take the Q&As. I'm 1 minute over. The next thing is you want to build depth. 2020 vision is, yes, the business works on 2 people on the left, 2 people on the right. But if you want to maximize that compensation plan, remember, we don't know who's going to build this big. So I never stop exposing people. Over the next 3 to 5 years, I will not stop exposing people to the business. My personal goal is to personally introduce 200 to 250 people by this time next year. Now, the company says, let's just build a 2020 vision, 20 people on the left, 20 people on the right. Of those 40 people in your network, whether they're strangers, by the way, most of them will be complete strangers or acquaintances that you don't have really personal relationships with. You don't know who has a big why, who has urgency. From this 2020, I can almost guarantee you 3 to 5 to 7 of those people are going to build it big, and they're going to have the same vision of the 2020. And from that, that's how the legacy project moves from a couple of hundred people that we have right now to 100,000 people in the next few months. Launching new partners the right way. Remember this website, thisisitteam.com. Thisisitteam.com. All of these are important. Home, onboarding, Go Manager. This is it, 10-step. Isn't it incredible that there are people that have invested a lot of their time? The past 3 years, Steve and Gina Merritt have invested their time and their resources to keep this website up so that we don't have to reinvent the wheel. Don't just become someone who knows this website, but be a champion promoter of this website. Someone like Uma Zaks, who every single day, I can guarantee you, she spends 1 to 2 hours on thisisitteam.com, also on the website groups. And as a result, she has encyclopedic knowledge, not because she uses that encyclopedic knowledge. She never does presentations. She invites people on presentations, but it's for your own personal growth so that you know that you operate from a place of deep, deep conviction because you know what is taking place in your business. It's very, very important, very, very important to be plugged in to the This Is It team. We will know, by the way. Here's the thing, the difference about this business. It's a volunteer army. I'm no one's boss. The person that brought you into the business is not your boss. You are volunteering to partner up with us individually. So there's not going to be a test where we say, have you gone on thisisitteam.com, which is why it's so easy to fail in network marketing. The difficult part is to take personal accountability and be someone who's a champion for their own goals. Also, we've broken down the 10-step system. If you search Kev Gagata on YouTube, you have all those videos that myself and Claire have spent quite a bit of time to shoot, to break it down into 5-minute, 3-minute, and sort of 2-minute videos. Very, very great value for you. And so that's all as it relates to us sharing about moving from $0 to $600 to $1,200 to $5,000 in this business. The next 3 months, the next 6 months, we're heading towards May right now. We still have a lot of this year to go. You really need to assess. If you've been in this business for a month, you just need to assess and say, okay, what is it that I can do? Which of the parts that I was talking about have I not tapped into? And start down that process. 90 days in this business can actually change your life because it'll build the kind of momentum and it will build the discipline that you need to build something long-term over the next year and